Alright, let me first do the sound test. Hello, hello. Can you hear me now? Alright, good enough. Alright, like if you remember, we were visiting random stories in order to fulfill people's wishes so that the winter spirit doesn't disappear. So I did the middle one, and now I'm gonna do the top one. The streetlights outside flicker to life, and the Christmas tree decoration light shines through the glass to cast subtle dancing shadows. The cold wind carrying the melody of jingle bells leads to the cracks in the window to reach my ears. I rosin the bow of my cello. What does that even mean? As I'm inspecting the bow, Joanne's chattering catches my attention. Her eyes shimmer with anticipation as she gazes at me. So, what should I perform for the music festival? A piece that creates an atmosphere and brings everyone together is a most fitting choice. A music festival, huh? With the holiday approaching, the main event of the Chaminade Conservatory, the Chaminade Music Festival is just around the corner. In contrast to various professional evaluations, the primary objective of the music festival is to revel in the essence of music. The director of the courtship expresses his desire for everyone to experience the pure joy and freedom of performing. However, in the competitive atmosphere, most performances at the music festival tend to become showcases of skill with only a few individuals performing for the genuine joy of it. Last year, I tried to perform Paganini's Capricci number 24. Secretly shaking my head, I cast another glance at Par Joan. You are more familiar with playing music for fun, so Joanna, it's Jonah. Alright. What do you have in mind? Observing her enthusiastic expression, I can tell that she has likely been contemplating this for a while, and is now seizing the opportunity to share her thoughts. We already experimented with both strings ensembles and piano accompaniments extensively. And how about we try adding some vocals this time? Vocals? Indeed. The cello's tone and range closely resembles that of a human voice. And lately I have been watching numerous videos of cellists collaborating with vocalists, and I had a strong desire to try it out myself. I knew it. Jonah has recently developed a passion for scoring the internet for crossovers involving cellists and has compiled an extensive list of sheets of music she wants to try. If we're discussing sheet music that is well suited for vocal accompaniment, how about considering Jupiter and the bringer of joy from the planet? And I swallowed my words, holding back the too easy that nearly escaped my lips. And relax, John Sion relaxes, and the music festival is meant for enjoying the music. Two cellos, a piano, vocals, that seems quite fitting. I flip to the sheet of music that Jonah has already prepared for me, and I playfully teasing her with a half-turned face. We're definitely leaving the piano part to a background hill, aren't we? Oh, definitely. And seeing her carefree and completely oblivious to the hidden meaning in his words, I can help but sigh and mourn for Park Juniors inwardly. After all, Lee Seung-chan is currently not in the country. Preference correction, I really it's hard to say who between me and Park Jun-hyo is more pitiful. So I guess in this dimension I'm a bit of a small novice musician. Not bad at all, considering Lee Seung-chan isn't even in Korea at the moment. And he received a last-minute invitation from his parents first to participate in the competition in Germany, and he got on a flight 2 days ago. Originally, I had planned to get him a holiday gift. However, upon hearing the news, I didn't even bother to go to the airport to see him off. Instead, I decided to go back to practicing. This was supposed to be the first holiday season we would spend together. Josie knew. The next day during a break, Jung-Ho comes to the classroom to find me. And when I see the sheet of music he's holding, I know Yuna has enthusiastically filled him in with everything about the music festival. Hey, Jancho, it seems like you're joining the performance, huh? Bar Jung-Hyo's ears turn slightly red, but he maintains a gentle smile. This show seems really interesting, and I'd like to try performing for the fun as well. But have you found the right vocals for the person yet? Not really. The arrangement of Jupiter, the bringer of Jolly Giri, it actually isn't too difficult when it comes to the instrument part. The real star is the vocal part, and its quality directly affects the performance. As far as I know, there are very few people in the vocal department who can handle such a wide range of notes. Really, is it that difficult? Just know you really don't pay much attention to your other majors, do you? I shrug. I don't really bother to learn about classmates whom I don't need to work with yet. And I didn't even come here for gossip. In terms of familiarity with the top students in other fields, Bayoni is qualified to be my teacher. Do you have any recommended candidates, Park Jung-hyun? There's actually someone. Have you heard of Shin Min-gyeon, the princess of Turandot of the vocal department? Princess Turandot? Shin Min-gyeon. Well, Jonah, don't just appear like that. You scare me. So apparently, Jonah doesn't respond to my words. Instead, she furrows her brow, pondering something. Are you guys discussing the vocal part of Jupiter, the bringer of jollity? Yes, I've seen the person from the vocal department to sing this part is Shin Min-gyeon. Not her. Jonah firmly interrupts Park Jung-hyun before he finishes speaking. I look at her surprised what Park Jung-hyun seems to have already anticipated, and that's a soft sign. Her vocal ability is evident to all Jonah. I know that, but not her. And I look at the two with some confusion, trying to discern what's going on from their serious expression. Fortunately, Jonah has a straightforward personality and quickly explains. Shin Young has a really bad reputation. I mean, extremely bad. Well, that's a really intense tone. In the past, she partnered with someone to collaborate a performance, but on the day of the final assembly, she suddenly broke the agreement. Once she held a solo concert and forced her classmates to buy unreasonable, expensive tickets. Like, force them by on gunpoint, or like, how do you force someone to, like, well, I guess bullying goes a long way. And Jonah's face turns bright red and her lips are tightly pressed into a line. She has a violent tendency. What? Violent tendency? Like, how violent? Like, throwing books at you, or like Richmond High violent tendency?
Oh yeah, is that Princess Turandot from the...
No, she's somebody who sang the Princess Turandot.
Gotcha.
Before, in the middle of a simple act, she openly fought with someone in the street. The incident was recorded on video and it can still be seen on the campus forum. Well, that's like public humiliation 101, like putting online somebody's stupid fight forever. Joanna tightly clenched her face and barely suppressed her anger. Sympathize with Jonah's concern. As soon as I hear about the act of fighting in public, I can't help but feel nauseated. I really don't want to work with someone like that at all. Basically, I can't perform on stage with someone like that. And I just keep looking for female vocalists in the other music department. There must be a suitable candidate out there. I look at Banjo here and he helplessly shrugs his shoulder. I'm just giving suggestions based on my professional experience. The rest is up to you to decide. The night is dark. It usually is. And I just finished showering and I'm lying on the bed browsing to the campus forum. This is Shin Myung-gyo, and there's really a lot of scandalous information about her. The campus forum presents a one-sided situation. Dozens of henna boldly display Shin Min-young's name in the most prominent places and clearly indicating what misdeed she has committed. I watched the video Jonah mentioned. In the video, Shin Min-young is seen completely ignoring attempts by others to restrain her as she recklessly swings her backpack at a middle-aged man. Well, maybe she had a really good reason to, or a student to hate a middle-aged man. Despite the man's frantic attempts to escape the police from the onlookers for her to stop, she continued. And she's surrounded by a number of students in the Chamonix Conservatory uniform, yet not a single person dares to approach or engage Shin Min-young. Although the video duration is just about a minute, the comment section is a buzz, and some individuals who seem to have witnessed the incident claim that the man accidentally bumped into her. Others have come forward to argue that Shin Min-young attacked the man without provocation simply because he was in her way. And there are those who marvel at her ferocity, and others empathizing with the man, and some offering cynical comments about something that doesn't concern them. In short, they're all condemning Shin Min-young. This has really stirred up a lot of anger, and my phone vibrate is interrupting my thoughts. It's Li Xiu-shan. Good evening, Miss Jones. Good afternoon. I'm calling because you want to call me because it's lost. And I called you yesterday to get another place, but you didn't answer. Have you called off? No way. I never forget that you left me alone over the holidays. I'm sorry. I'll make it up to you. And I heard from being sure that you guys are planning to participate in the music festival. And your dad will try to collaborate with vocalists. And by the way, do you know Shin Yin-young? Princess Tura, her hechicito has quite a different personality and really interacts with people. So familiar, doesn't it? Don't joke around, at least it doesn't physical. Promise I'm getting physical fight. But what? What's wrong to you? And so, are you okay? It's fine. It just leaves almost fell. Just came me like that. And it's just so beautiful. He has hang up hastily because he's on break. Oh my god, like, why did it pass the test so quickly?
Porque tú lo
Es automático.
I didn't even say.
más rápido. Te lo digo porque yo lo he hecho.
No, pero así no funciona este juego.
Sí, tú tocaste algo que lo hizo que saliera más rápido.
I set down my slightly warm form and my gaze returns to the object that just surprised me. Next to my computer, the crystal ball is now emitting a faint light like a cozy decorated lamp. And the contents of the crystal ball also begin to flutter. The crystal ball has activated, those are me. I turn my head to look at the computer screen where the web browser still shows a video of Shin Min-young. And as the contents of the crystal ball move, they flutter faster and faster, gradually forming the word Shin. So Shin Min-young is the target of the December spirit stars. The next day after school, I arrived at the vocal department classroom. Surprisingly, many students from the vocal department recognized me and even greeted me. But when they learned that I'm looking for Shin Min-young, their face expressions suddenly changed and they reluctantly pointed me in another direction. What did Princess Turandot do to have such a strained relationship with everyone? Well, if you know anything about Princess Turandot, she would decapitate any of the suitors that failed to answer her riddles because she didn't want to get married. But it's like you could think about it as a reverse type of Arabian Nights situation. Because it's this time it's a murderer. It's like a princess in a high position of power getting a lost obedience murder for very petty reasons. While the guy from Arabian Night, just because of Jin's wife have his way with him, then he started murdering all of the women in the kingdom. Yeah, like nobody reads the beginning of Arabian Nights, but it's like messed up. Everyone
always keeps to Aladdin.
Yeah, everyone always skips to Aladdin, but like the reason why that guy went nuts is because of psychotic Jin's wife. So yeah, whatever. I'm getting sidetracked. This should be right. And I walk up to the practice room and said to be used by Shin Min-young's exclusive and try opening the door. It creaks open, but there's no one inside. I involuntarily take a step back to see if I have entered the wrong room. Who are you? I hear a cold voice behind me, and I turn around to see a tall girl in a chaminade uniform. Her arms are crossed, and she stares at me expressionless. And just from this brief encounter, I can already see where Shin Minyo's bad reputation comes from. I am Shin Minyo, and I am Yo Xion from the Shadow Department. Would you be interested in joining our performance for the music festival? Saying that, I hand over the sheet of music for Jupiter, the bringer of jollity. Shin Minyo doesn't outright refuse as I have feared, but instead casually takes the music sheet and flips through it. She appears to be looking at the seriously. Perhaps she isn't as difficult to deal with as the rumor suggests. Jo Xian. Yes, that's my name. Shouldn't you look through the music sheet first before asking others to join you? What does that mean? She lifts her head and mercilessly tosses the sheet music at me. Are you giving me this music to sing because you don't want to use your brain or because you don't have one to begin with? If she dares to say that to Shinjo is anything like that, like me again, I'll buy a plane ticket to Germany and give him a good telling off. She's so unreasonable. Don't go looking for her anymore, and I don't want to work with her in the first place, and her attitude is just terrible. Can we look for other candidates? I thought of that too. But a weird fairy from a different world tells me that I have to work with with his psycho chick, so we gotta deal with it. That day, after getting rejected by Shin Min-yo, I decided to ask the vocal students in the practice room. But they either said they couldn't handle the piece well, or they already promised to perform in other program. And a few of them in titles in the past, but even to someone less experienced like me, I could tell they were struggling with it. It seems Park Jong-hyo was right. There are only a few that can sing this piece well. Also, the crystal ball shows Shin Min-yo is a target. In terms of singing, Shin Min-yo is undoubtedly the best in the vocal department. And I certainly pass it in terms of technique. To be honest, I don't really know how wide Shin Min-yo's vocal range is. I haven't personally witnessed Shin Min-yo's ability, and I only heard about them from others. I am constantly take out my phone and open the campus forum. Shinyo, what are you doing? I want to find videos of Shinyo's performing. I can't believe there aren't any. I don't know. That's kind of weird, I guess. She removes them online whenever they're posted or something.
Maybe the algorithm doesn't like her.
Yeah, maybe the algorithm doesn't like her. Or maybe the guy managing the campus forum doesn't like her, so he doesn't post anything about her, so then it only posts things talking bad about her.
Oh, maybe they forgot to click the like and notification bells.
Maybe they forgot to click the like and notification bell, so her stuff doesn't show up
On their feed.
on the feed. The negative rumors about her so quickly, but I can't find any videos of her singing.
Maybe she forgot to do the title and description.
Maybe she forgot to put the title and description of her video. Jenna takes out her phone and opens several music websites that she often visits. Chaminade, Shin Min-yo. Got it. Lynn is going to look at the small phone screen with her. The video title is not fancy at all. It's only a few words like Shaman. Yeah, there it is. That's why her performance is not showing. And she puts simple titles. The algorithm likes like word juggles. Chami, the dramatic soprano, and Shin Min-yo, and the popularity is just average. Yola taps the play button. The phone external speaker plays the sound of the singing at a nearly its maximum value. The clear and powerful high notes ring out as if they're about to pierce the roof. In this palace, thousands of years ago, a desperate cry ran out. This is a song in the Questa Regia from Puccini's opera Turandot, which is sung by the female lead upon her entrance. Shin Min-yo's voice completely surpasses the level of the student and sweeping the entire stage with unstoppable momentum. But you see that even though she sings well, since she doesn't bother with the titles or tags or description.
They mentioned that the volume is too loud.
And then volumes and stuff.
It's not loud.
And it's also not level, so then like the robot looks at all of that before deciding to throw all your hard work in the bin. Her icy face sends her resounding singing towards the sky, and that cry after many generations to shelter in my spirit. You should have been singing some banana rama.
No,
But-
Makeba.
Makeba, yeah, like a tribute to Makeba would have definitely gone viral. Yeah, and then you do pop music so that people listen to your opera stuff, which is license free and monetizable. So she needs a healthy balance if she wants to like make it if she wants to make online money from like her singing.
Oh, and collaborations with that.
Oh yeah, and collaborations with like more popular stuff. Like go to see with Emanes and she collaborate. She's open to collaboration. Why did she collaborate with Lisa Sterling or something? Well, I'm getting sidetracked. As the video plays on, Jonah and I remain captivated by her performance, lost in the deep contemplation for an extended period. Jonah, yes, we can't look for anyone else. It has to be Shin Min Yeon. Her talent is a completely different level compared to others. You must have realized that after hearing her sing, right? Jonah hesitates as she looks at the screen as she's searching for clues to support her thoughts, and she eventually speaks. I admit Shiminyo's skills are truly unmatched, and if I had to choose a representative for a major competition, I would definitely choose her without hesitation. But right now, we're just talking part in a music festival. Our goal is to perform something anyone can enjoy and have a good time with. Shiminyo can work happily with someone like that without any resentment or bias. I don't think I can. Jonah looks at me straightforwardly, and I know that all of this is her sincere opinion. Turning on a bit more keep an open mind. Jonah, besides Shimyeo's bad character, is there anything else about her that bothers you? Nope. Just go ahead and try to contact her directly once and see how it goes. And what do you mean by that? I said, well, you can't get to know a person by reputation alone. You just sometimes gotta put yourself over there, and once she treats you horribly, then you can hate her. Look, breaking appointments at the last minute, forcing the sale of tickets, and fighting, these are all things we heard about from rumors on the campus. And have you ever met or spoken to her in person? If you're concerned about her character, shouldn't you go see for yourself and make your own judgment? Yeah, maybe the computer guy hates her, the guy who manages the online forum because she wouldn't sleep with him or something. So then, like, he went on a personal vendetta against her, like, cause that's just what petty guys do. when a chick they like doesn't give them any. Jonah gazes out the window deep in thought, and after a while she turns towards me and sighs and tilting her head.
The computer guy sounds.
Yeah, even if I'm willing to try to reach out to Shin Min Yeon's her attitude, you know what I'm talking about. If we try again, who knows what she'll say this time. Well, I guess you would develop a hostile attitude if everyone like comes at you with all piss and vinegar, you know. Oh, you just reminded me of that. I quickly gather up the scattered papers on the music stand and get ready to leave. Where are you going? I'm going to find back Junior and to revise the score. And I hesitate for a moment and then reluctantly at me. Except for watching Shimenya's video earlier, and I know what she said I wasn't using my brain. I just where was required to pass the stage, because since I started this game, I don't have a lot of variety and stuff. Baek Jung-hyun and I spent 2 days each adapting several versions of the cello and piano parts. After another day of rehearsal and practice, we even called Lee Seung-chan to have him listen and provide feedback. After 4 days, I found myself standing outside Chimeo's practice room with the newly revised version of Jupiter, the bringer of jollity, in hand. This time, I hope the princess student though will be satisfied. I stare at the closed door in front of me, and I hear no displeasure creeping in, and besides me, Byron is struggling to stifle his laughter. Josh, you know, this is the first time I've seen such an expression on your face. It was the first time someone called me brainless, and what an embarrassing milestone. And after taking a deep breath, I rap on the door amidst Bajuno's unrestrained laughter. And there's no response, so just as I am about to push it open to see if it's empty. Oh, hi, hello, Chimingyong. It's you again. Chimingyong opens the door and casts a cold glance at Bajuno beside me, and her glance turns for a moment before turns and walks back into the room. Come in. What's the matter? I take out the revised music she ate and thinking about tossing it at her like what she did to me last time, but I don't dare try. Previously, the music she has wasn't suitable for you, and I take responsibility for that, and I apologize. This time around, we made adjustments to the music sheet with your vocal range in mind. Would you please give it another look? If this revised score doesn't align with your requirements, I won't trouble you any further. She appears to completely disregard my frustrated explanation, and her attention fixed on the music sheet. My invitation seems to evaporate, leaving me feeling powerless as I awkwardly sit there waiting for her reaction. I did make a significant mistake previously, and Shimenya's nickname, Princess Turana, is renowned for her rare dramatic soprano voice. However, the previous version of the score was tailored to suit more singing, confining the vocals to the mezzo-soprano range. For Shimenya, the vocal range will not only conceal her strength but also limit her room for expression. With the piano and the cello, there will be a sense of forced collaboration. I wonder if this adaptation will yield a more favorable outcome. I cross my fingers and wait anxiously for Mingyono's response. Listen, she takes a considerable more time to read the music sheet and occasionally flipping back to previous pages and carefully considering certain notes with her finger. Unexpectedly, she rises from her seat and leaves the piano lid. Let's give it a shot. Now? A trace of impatience flickers in her eyes, and Bajuno nudges with his elbow, and we promptly take out our position at the piano and cello. The cello gently sound resonates first, akin to tranquil waters, while the piano notes resemble smooth pearls cascading on the sea one by one. Her singing starts with the mid-range and gradually directing the audience's attention to higher and higher until it reaches the heavens. In the celestial expanse, the colossal Jupiter turns at its own steady pace, unchanging through the ages, bringing peace and everlasting joy. This is even better than what I thought it would be. And after our first performance, both Patrick and I gazed at Shimenya with astonishment. Despite having experienced her commanding high notes, I never imagined the gentleness and beauties of her mid-range vocals. Hyun, this version isn't too bad. So are you saying you agreed to take part in our program? She furrows her brows slightly, and it's rare to see such a distinct expression on her face. Although it's not bad, the accompaniment still appears somewhat lacking, like something is missing. As I marvel internally at Shimenyo's sharpness, I stand up and take a deep breath. Your intuition is correct. For this arrangement, the accompaniment should consist of two cellos and a piano. I stride to the door and abruptly swing it open. Hyun, Jonah is standing in the doorway looking lost, and I offer a smile and she's my gaze toward Shimenyo, and she's inspecting the cello that Jonah has slung in her back. However, this crucial second cellist Kian decided she wants to collaborate with you. This is by Jonah from our cello department. Finally, I had the chance to return the favor, and feeling invigorated and elated, I laughed fully joyfully. Would you like to have a brief talk with each other? Jonah stands outside the door, her right hand fidgeting with the strap of her cello case silently. She obviously heard Shimenyo singing just now, and it still appears resistant. Since no one is explaining anything, she looks at us and suddenly asks a question. What is there to talk about? Jonah. Under the worried gaze of Pagnus and me, Jonah takes a deep breath and calmly begins to speak. Shimenyo, there's something I need to ask you. Why did you back at our last moment when you were supposed to perform on stage with your partner for the final assignment? I don't want this to happen to us during the music. At the last moment? Festival? Shimenyo's sudden words interrupt Jonah, and she lowers her head and quickly opens the messaging app on her phone. She places her phone on the table, indicating that we should look at it. The week before the assessment, I contacted the person to say that I wanted to withdraw. I sent at least 10 messages, but I didn't get a response. Is this what you guys would call at the last moment? No, but since you already agreed to work with them, why do you want to back out? Can you read it yourself? I angrily pick up the phone and look at it with Jonah. It seems that after the first practice together, she and I wrote a long list of suggestions for rearranging the score and comments on the performance and sent it to the other party. And the stern blonde tone of the Princess Dorado clearly shadowed the confidence of the other party. If someone can accept my suggestion, we'll keep working together, and if they can't accept them, we'll have to stop. Didn't I also give you feedback, John Chino, and you accepted it? I didn't accept it willingly, and she can tell from my expression that I am not pleased, and her face becomes even colder. After I gave my feedback, that kid never showed up again, and she didn't reply my messages, avoided seeing me, and skipped all scheduled practices. How could I possibly work with someone who also knows how to avoid things? From the moment she refused to participate in practicing, she lost the qualifications to go on stage. Despite she Menyo's behavior, it is clear that the other party's negative attitude is the main cause. In this situation, the responsibility for breaking the arrangement shouldn't be placed on Shin Menyo's shoulders. It was the other party who failed to fill their obligation. So what about the situation when you were pressuring your classmates to buy tickets for your personal concert? That's not what happened. The ticket was handled by a professional company I had no control over. But many people have said, who are these many people? Let them come forward with evidence and confront me. If the company forces them to buy tickets, I'll sue them. Bajano fell silent, and I believe he has come to understand that many things are merely rumors. She leans against the wall, and her gaze sweeps over each of us with a stern expression, and she speaks with a tone that carries a hint of annoyance and anger. Is there anything else you wish to ask? Let's clear up everything. One more matter remains. There was an incident where you were involved in a fight in the public, and it was even captured on video. Do you deny this? He had it coming. He had it coming. Should have been. Shimeyo, who has always been resolute and quick to rebuke, suddenly falls silent, and my heart tightens in an instant. Is this true or no? This is exactly what Jonah detests the most. People took a video and posted it online. According to the law, recording and sharing someone's private information can result in a maximum prison sentence of 5 years. When I'm in the US, over here they post people's personal stuff all the time to make viral videos in the hope of getting monetized, but it never happens. Whatever. At least, yeah, like, cause they make an insurance, like, trying to, like, make it to monetization level with shorts is a death sentence. It's never gonna happen, cause, like, you need 5 million views in 3 months. You're better off doing it by hours. Trust me. Are these individuals willing to face such consequences? Bayana falters, and I too feel my knees weaken. Were you contemplating this earlier? I am aware of the matter you spoke about, and it's wrong to get into a fight, but I do not apologize. But I'm not going to apologize. He's not worth it. She clenches her hand tightly, and a hint of suppressed emotion appears on her icy face for a brief moment. And she quickly lifts her head and tosses her long hair behind her as if to cast away those emotions. Yeah, just as I suspect, he was probably like an old lover or something. Cause like that's tradition like literally everywhere throughout the world with like teachers taking advantage of their position. Another bastard. Whatever. Moving on. The person I was fighting with was my mother's ex-husband. Oh yeah. The incident is related to my family, personal matters. Oh yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of clause to tread, or maybe I'm just inventing random stuff in my head. Moving along. If this is your concern, all I can say is that I have nothing to add. The anger in her pierced stare causes me to tumble over my words nervously. No, we don't intend to intrude into your family matters. Are you implying that the other party is in the wrong? In the wrong? That's putting it mildly. Who knows what she did for her to like go ballistic on her mother's ex-husband? That's a lot of red flags there. Why didn't that scumbag make a report and seek compensation after what happened? Red flags. Considering for yourself. Jonah falls silent and glancing at her, and Bayano can't help but interject. In that case, why don't you clarify the matter publicly? Because certain things people are not comfortable like taking it to a public forum, especially if it's like uber sketchy. Just to like they should respect her privacy. What do you want me to clarify? I mean, sharing the facts would shed some light in the situation. How does that concern me? I simply do as I please, and as long as I have a clear conscience, that's all that matters to me. I am not bothered by other people's opinion. But this way, your reputation will be tarnished. It has already been tarnished. Isn't that perfect? I don't want to waste my energy on useless socializing. People who genuinely care about my music will come and see for themselves, and even if they're prejudiced against me. Well, if like if people want to like continue seeing like what's that singer that ate a bat?
Ozzy Osbourne.
Like if people continue seeing Ozzy Osbourne after he ate a bat and did all the drugs and then he got cleaned up again, then it's just fine. Just getting into a random fight with a random on the street is like no big deal in like the pop music world. But it's just fine. Like you guys. Her words make all three of us feel somewhat awkward. It's a compliment, right? Although it doesn't sound very flattering. And as for those classmates who are gossiping about sales and TV shows our class, just forget about them. If you don't conform to their standards, you'll be ostracized and criticized, and what a waste of time. I didn't come to Chaminade to make friends, especially if they're not going to be genuine friends. Heh. Jonah. It's nothing. I just feel like the two of you are very similar. She glances at me and she means with a twinkle in her eye, and that's what Li Shushan said too. No way. I'm not as blunt as her, am I? Oh, about that. I should have glared about who mutters under his breath, but her nonchalantly averts his gaze, and Jonah bursts into laughter. Chimeyon, who has been sidelined, unhappily crosses her arm and redirects the conversation. Is that all your questions? And could you please explain our program for the music festival in more detail? Turning to the confident Princess Tura, Jonah smiles gratefully and extends her hand. I have no further questions. I am looking forward to performing alongside of you, Min Young. We'll enjoy the music together on stage. Min Young extends her hand for a handshake. However, Jonah gives a high five instead. The practice quickly comes to an end, and I rather not dwell on the practice session. Even if Shimeyon isn't as malicious as people say, she's still strict and unsociable. Yet it's precisely due to her rigorous demand that her performance has been refined to an almost flawless level. And as the first audience member, Lishina comments that this level of preparation is already deserving the performance of a Weiner music variant. We will be going on stage in 15 minutes, and I'll be waiting on stage, having already changed into my performance outfit. Bayana, who just came out of the men's change, sees me and hurries over with a gloomy expression. What's wrong? Where is everyone else? They're still in the changing room, but will be out soon. What's the matter? Just a moment ago, I overheard people in the hallway, and it sounded like they're planning to sabotage Jimenez's performance. My heart sinks. Did you recognize any of them? What are they planning? The voices sound familiar, but my guess is that they're from the vocal department. Bayana and I exchanged an annoying glance, and we both recall the incident in the storeroom during the final exam. And Bayana's face reflects a complex mix of emotion, and he understands, but his understanding only intensifies his anger. Don't worry too much, Passion. You go check if our instruments are damaged and I'll return to the dressing room now. Wow, so like, even though it's like a festival where they're not gonna get scored, where you're supposed to just play for fun, like they're already planning to sabotage the chick, they're just jealous of her talent. Cause it's easier to like, than to like sabotage someone more talented than actually learn to sing. I need to make sure Shimenyo and Yona are safe. Why do you need to do that? Yona, who has finished changing, walks out to me unnoticed, and she appears perplexed, and Shimenyo also conveys her confusion to her glaze. Oh, Yona, Shimenyo, has either of you encountered anything unusual? No, what do you mean by unusual? Oh, it's nothing, maybe I misheard. Go get ready, it's almost time for us to go on stage. Before I can explain, Banjo quickly dispels her concern. And Michelle shoots me a sharp glance, but upon seeing me remains silent, and she sits down and resumes studying the music as if not there. I can understand Banchino's approach, and our interactions with Shimeo are limited to this program. And after we take to the stage and successfully complete the performance, we don't need to further involve with her in her bad reputation. Whether turned up is good or bad, a misunderstood genius or an ostracized misfit has nothing to do with us. The key is she herself doesn't reject the stage of being excluded. Shimiya really doesn't care about other things and even enjoys the freedom of being alone. And if she doesn't mind being maligned herself, what business is it ours? I toss a crystal ball behind in my back and feeling slightly warm as the contest continued to dance inside. But unlike the cheerful dancing contest, the crystal ball Shimiya herself stands alone as if rejecting no external connection. What exactly is Shimiya's wish? And I stare blankly at her, feeling extremely powerless. The curtain rises and the instruments are in position, and perhaps because the two performers who got first place in the dance have been scheduled as the final program. And Bajan is already sitting in the piano Hinasara, and Yona and I meet each other and prepare to play. And she makes us dance in the center stage, and when she sees that we're ready, she turns her to face the audience and bows gracefully. And just as she's about to begin, "Hey, it's the fighting princess." With a sarcastic remark, the entire audience erupts, and a malicious laugh creates the main melody while the harsh whisper of the curious student from the back section. And after an initial the school administrator starts scolding the noisy students in a low voice, but the stern tone only manages to become more seamless segment of a grand chorus. Oh no! The situation is already out of control, and we are awkwardly left hanging on the stage, unable to do anything. And Yanai Bashano look bewildered while can't see Shimio's expression as she's still facing the audience. We can only wait until the audience quiets down. Also, to keep her from performing, they're just gonna be loudly rude. That's kinda infantile. Well, at least it's that I don't know.
Phantom of the Opera, we saw that.
Like the Phantom of the Opera, right?
Yeah, remember when La Carlota was singing that
Oh yeah, I remember that. And when I read like the Phantom of the Opera, the actual book, not the Time Princess adaptation, the when La Carlota was singing, the audience would quiet down. But then when Christine was singing, the audience would boo and hoot at her so that the people wouldn't be able to hear her singing, and that was how they found her. That's how they were sabotaging her performance. Just get ready, huh? Is this in my imagination? How could I possibly hear Shimiyo's calm voice amid such deafening laughter? She begins to sing, and Princess Dora, renowned for her high-pitched singing voice, unexpectedly ventures into a low-pitched range. Come on, wearing, as I'm moved by the mountain, a resolute tone as firm as a cello. It's the part for the accompaniment. And her singing takes over the opening cello, piercing through the noise and transversing the world. And even the raucous music has that sound remains crystal clear and undistinguishable. I understand, Michelle, you chose not to engage on verbal disputes because you want to prove yourself to your music, right? I take a deep breath and harmonize with her singing, and soon I hear Jonah and Barcelona joining after the other. And the faithful tones of the cello and piano steadily complement the human voice, forming unwavering foundations beneath. And she keeps ascending on such foundations, climbing higher and higher, and suddenly in the section where the tone should descend, it soars 8 octaves, returning to its original vocal range. And as the noise from the audience lessened, I no longer had the energy to care about it, and returning to the familiar vocal range, Shin Min-young holds nothing back and guides the audience with a potent commanding voice towards the sky above. In a solitary figure in the vast cosmos that appears out of place due to its enormous size, stirring a tempest that has ranged for centuries, she is none other than Jupiter, remote and lonely, the ancient planet. Well, Jupiter is actually one of the first planets that formed when the solar system. It would have been a second sun, but then it wasn't able to get enough mass to become a second star. So yeah, Jupiter is a failed star. It appears that in the blink of an eye the performance has ended, and when I come to my senses from the music, the audience is silent. There is no noise, no mockery, but also no applause or accolades. Everyone stays as if their thoughts are still adrift in space, yet returns to solid ground. Shin Min-young simply bows and turns to leave the stage alone, and just as she leaves, a sudden burst of enthusiastic applause erupts in the concert hall. Incredible, amazing. She truly deserves to be the top student in the vocal department. Bravo, bravo. And the mockery before the performance has transformed into deafening cheers. And earlier we were perplexed by the audience's malice, and now we're just as perplexed by their applause. And I catch a glimpse of Shin Min-young heading towards the backstage and seriously bow to the audience before following her. Shin Min-young, wait. She stops calling and waits for me to approach. Before I can say a word, she beats me to it. Don't say anything for now. Huh? Let me listen to it for a bit longer, the sound of their cheers. She leans against the wall, gently closing her eyes, and on her face is an uninhibited expression of vulnerability and peace. The audience on the other side of the wall is still cheering for her, and she refuses to accept their praise on stage, but behind the curtain she is deeply moved. She said, dude, let me just enjoy this. I silently sit down and accompany her throughout the brief glory until she opens her eye and reverts to her usual icy demeanor. I can probably guess what you want to say, John Cheon. Do you hear that applause? All I care about is that sound. No matter how much they malign me, they can't malign my music. I take a deep breath. Is this your wish in me, John, to prove yourself through music? That's why you wait for someone strong enough to be willing to understand you to come to your aid. I wish very so did that perhaps you hadn't even realized it yourself. Yeah, like it's not that she doesn't like collaboration, it's that she doesn't like to collaborate with idiots. She wants somebody that like respects the music as much as she does, like if you're just gonna fool around, I'm out of here. She be that type of person. So do you achieve what you set out to do with tonight's performance? Her gaze shifts and falls upon my face as if trying to decipher the meaning behind my words. And after a while, she finally averts her gaze. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. While I'm still smiling at her, she pauses and her eyes start to decide. Thank you. There, you said thank you and you didn't spontaneously combust. In the quiet backstage, I seemed to hear a mute clicking, and perhaps it was the crystal ball in my bag. But I had no time to attend to it. The imposing presence of Shin Min-young has attracted all my attention. All I want is to crush all the rumors about me. I don't need any other victories. What I want people to remember about Shin-young is her singing voice. I will probably never forget her gleaming eyes and the versatile vow she has made at this moment. This will be the path she has chosen for herself. When faced with external doubt, must we always respond? And to those with clear conscience only need to stay true to themselves, and that's the best response. When your singing is truly remembered by many, I'm sure we will have a chance to collaborate again. Be sure to seek me out when you're ready, Princess Turandot. And in that moment I see her flash a fleeting smile. As I answer the music, I hear Jonah's unexpected exclamation, and heavy snowflakes are gently descending just like the contents of the crystal ball, enveloping the world like wrapped present as far as the eye can see. The students around me are engaged in enthusiastic snowball fight, but she may all remains distant and walks calmly out of the crowd. Nonetheless, it doesn't matter. I understand that she will continue to tread her own path, and I will do the same. Happy holiday, Miss Youngshu. And our path may differ, but our destination is the same. I close my eyes and count the seconds in my mind, allowing my heartbeat to gradually calm down. 3, 2, 1. Obtain the ending, no regrets. Alright, let's see. I did 15 minutes. Yeah, the stories are like kind of. I'll do the other one tomorrow. Well, tomorrow. I hope you have. Don't forget